Welcome guys to a wintry wonderland in the Netherlands. We aim to do a deadbait session today in clear blue skies with some lovely mild winter weather in the Netherlands, but it turns out to be hailstorms and thunderstorms all the time. So we had a bit of delay with setting out our deadbait setup, especially because the thunderstorm came crashing in and we needed to put on our waders to put the deadbaits out, because the first part of the drop off here is quite shallow. You don't want to get the line over the mussels and the clams and then risk cutting off your new water wolf, because that's what we're going to talk about today. The water wolf had a 1 to 1.1 update with small adjustments in the kit. Now the 2.0 water wolf has finally arrived. This one has a ton of improvements. First and foremost, an LED light on top where you can actually see if the camera is on, if the camera is recording, and what the battery status is. Turns on green like this, starts blinking when you start recording, and if battery life decreases, the light of the camera or the light of the LED will start changing as well, and then it will slowly progress from green towards red, and then finally your camera starts to die down. Battery life, from what we have tested, seems to be similar or even better than the old 1.1 water wolf over here. And today we're going to do a couple of comparisons. We're going to put them side by side like this so we can compare the image quality. The image quality, by the way, 1080p. Improved sensor, so better low light capabilities, and that's something we've seen while trolling on deep water or murky water, that the low light capabilities of the new water wolf has definitely improved. Other good thing is that the camera, as you can see, is similar in size, has the same way to attach the camera, so you can use your old accessories as well. This one accepts SD cards up to 128 gigabytes, way more than the previous camera did. So if you have multiple sessions, you don't have to clear the SD cards, you can just recharge your camera and start recording again. And also it has an improved codec, so now you can play the files easily on something like a MacBook. I had a lot of issues as a Mac user using the previous water wolf because the codec was outdated and Apple didn't support it anymore, so I had to do all kinds of tricks to actually play the files and cut it and trim it with the preservation of audio. Now you just get MP4 files and you can edit these quite easily and transfer them to your phone straight away. What we're going to do today is going to do some deadbait fishing. I'm also going to do some review on what we have seen so far with trolling, some footage, and hopefully we can show a big pike today as well in this weird Dutch weather.
Fish on! Dun, 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 dun. Missie geslaagd. Yeah. The fatty.
Nice. Yes. On the new water wolf.
Stunning fish. Fat, not gigantic, but I'll take it as a first deadbait pike of 2022. Let's get a couple photos and let's get her back.
You can see now by the blinking red light that the battery is not fully charged anymore. I think we're gonna get this one off, get some fresh herring on the trebles, recharge the water wolf, and get it back into the water again. Because hopefully we can get another one, because the one that Job spotted on his water wolf, I would dare to say, was almost twice the size of this fish in terms of weight and not in terms of length. Otherwise, it would be a 140 pike. But... So as explained before, the LED light on top is quite clear. You have the green light here, which is clearly visible. So if you get the camera out of the water while trolling or during the deadbait session, if you still want to see if the camera is still recording or if you still got battery life, now you can actually see it. Similar in size, like I mentioned before, so with the bottom kit like we have now, you can use all your previous accessories. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get a little roach, put it in front of the camera and see what the image quality is. We're going to start off with real shallow water. And let's put them down in the water and put a roach in front of it. Cheers. 22 kilo fish in 2022.
That would be very nice.
I know it's quite unrealistic, but a man can dream, right?
Full energy.
Nice, the infamous pike knuckles. That's what you get when you don't use your aqua guard gloves. What a beauty.
Get her back.
Note to self, use your aqua guard gloves. I'm not complaining. Yes. Cheers guys. Just spotted a gigantic pike. But it swam past the dead herring casually strolling. It's been a while since I fished with that bait. Job does it more often. He has a really cool Instagram account called Underwater Clips. Underwater Clips? Underwater Clips? Yeah. Underwater Clips. I'll leave a link in the description down below. He has some amazing deadbait footage, but also you might remember that one clip that he shot with a 32 centimeter roach, and I've lost count, but it was like 6, 7, 10 zander following it. Completely mental, but he's a real water wolf fanatic, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video with him. And we're just gonna sit here in our carp setup. Feels a bit out of my comfort zone, but it's comfortable for today, especially with all the hailstorms and rainstorms.
Let's dive a bit deeper into the most important aspect of cameras, which is the image quality. Here you can see a dead herring on the bottom and a big pike inspecting it on the old water wolf at 6 meters of depth, compared to a much brighter and clearer image on the new water wolf at the same depth. Especially at low light situations, you can clearly see that the low light performance of the 2.1 water wolf is much better than the 1.1. This makes the new water wolf much more suitable for conditions where you fish below 4 meters or fish in lakes that are not clear but not murky either. Let's do another comparison, this time trolling. Here we have a 36 centimeter burbot tied directly to the water wolf camera. both positioned at 1.5 meters of depth and running 30 centimeters behind the camera. Once we start running the burbots a bit deeper, towards 4 meters, you can clearly see that the 2.0 Water Wolf has a clear image where you can see details of the fins, the colors are good, while the old 1.1 Water Wolf has issues and starts to turn a bit reddish in terms of color. Once we go deeper towards, let's say 5 meters, you can clearly see that the image on the 1.1 Water Wolf gets darker and the color red starts to get more and more dominant. You can still clearly distinguish the pike following the burbot, but if we start comparing this to the 2.0 Water Wolf, the quality of your footage is much brighter and much more clear. This allows you to use the Water Wolf in more murky conditions, deeper water, or in conditions where there is a lot of overcast. One quick tip that applies to both cameras: if you want to get more steady footage and cancel out the shakiness, add a swivel to where you attach the lure to the camera. This will greatly increase the stability of the camera. We stay a bit longer on the banks to see if our deadbait spark any new interest, but as the sun slowly sets, it is time to start packing and head towards the comfort of our warm and dry homes. The new Water Wolf cameras are a welcome upgrade to the old 1.1 version, and we hope to see a lot of new crazy underwater footage from you guys on social media. Thanks for watching guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel from Savage Gear, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.